Today's episode will be how to handle renewals with a vendor. So, Sam, specifically, we're talking about annual software renewals, correct?
That's correct. Many vendors are switching to annual renewals as a model for their customers. Monthly renewals are a bit of a different animal, but specifically for annual, vendors are typically have a pretty specific set of processes that they handle for those kind of customer contracts.
So, right, isn't it as easy as just ensuring that the quote for the renewal is signed by the customer before the contract expires?
Actually, it is that simple, but without a structure in place to be proactive, especially when you scale out, you'll quickly find yourself overwhelmed with paperwork and the admin side of it, especially as business begins to hopefully pick up.
That is a fair point. So, what recommendations do we have to help partners avoid this paperwork overload?
Well, there's really two words to go with: start early. If you're an MSP and have a solution bundle, you may know very early on if a customer is going to renew or not with the entire package. Other partners might handle renewals ad hoc if it's a one-off solution you may have sold. At that point, we recommend starting that conversation of renewing at least 60 days in advance, especially if there's any additional funding requests that need to go through. A lot of these still need to be signed by customers in their different hierarchies. And there might be more times to process in those cases. And that's one of the values that you bring as a partner, is understanding the procurement procedures of the customer. But we generally assume that 60 days is a safe time to begin measuring the intent to renew.
So, that's a pretty simple timeline to remember. How much time should the partner set aside to actually get the contract signed?
Yeah, and once again, this does change. And one of the benefits are that you have that insight. You might know if this needs to modify a higher or lower, but we generally recommend 30 days if you're not sure to actually set aside to get that contract signed. If the customer intends to renew, there's probably some sort of signing process involved, and you want to ensure the customer gets enough time to get this pushed all the way through without feeling any unnecessary pressure from the vendor. So keep in mind that the vendors have to report their renewal metrics internally as well. So communicating with your vendor at the point of contact about the renewal status on a regular basis can make things really easy.
So, yeah, communication really is the key here. The 60-day process to start the renewal conversation, and then about 30 days to make sure to get the renewal quote out.
Yep. And simple and easy to remember, right? Just 60 and 30. And we can go into a lot more details about some other ancillary activities when it comes to renewals, such as cross-selling and upselling, but we'll save that for an additional segment. And if anyone would like to learn more about AvePoint's partner program, feel free to join us at www.avepoint.com/partners, and we can start doing some contracts today.